So the Chiefs now have the cap space to allow Sneed to play on the tag, yet Sneed's trade value will likely never be higher, JD. So we have a couple options here. Either keep L'Jarius Sneed this year, and he can contribute to the Super Bowl run, again, to go for the three-peat, or we trade him at peak value. It seems like it's a win-win. You get to keep L'Jarius Sneed and compete for a championship, or you trade him and get a second or a third-round pick. So my question to you is, JD, what are we doing here? If it was up to you, or you're putting your Brett Veach GM hat on, what are we doing? Are we going to let him play out this tag this year, or are we going to try to get a second or third-round pick for him?
So I like Sneed. You say that first. I like Sneed a lot. This is a tough one because it comes down to business. And how you become expendable is if you're making too much money and if they find somebody can do relatively what you can do. Okay. And I do believe that the Chiefs believe that they have depth at that position with Joshua Williams and Watson. So they believe they could probably get away with that. They're going to push to see about the highest bidder. Okay. That's what they're looking for. And if they can get something that is somewhat delectable to them, they're going to do that. I think they will try to trade Sneed. Because if you trade Sneed, you could take the money, use it elsewhere, right? You can elongate your money. That can be maybe possibly getting a free agent defensive end here or a pass rusher. Because Menahu's going to be out for a little while. And if you need to go that route to get somebody, I don't know if you want to go into the draft to do it. Use your picks for a guy. I think that's the only reason they would think this, okay? Or maybe a tackle or somebody else in free agency that they may want to use the money on. But I love Sneed. He's one of the most underrated corners in the NFL. But he's a baller. I think everybody knows this in the football world. They know how good he is. We know how good he is for the Chiefs Kingdom. I think other teams, other fans out there don't really recognize it. He didn't make the Pro Bowl, which I always couldn't understand. Brother Lance, the spoken, was talking about that teams maybe like, hey, maybe his knee getting cleaned out could be something to be said. There's validity in that. But I do believe that the Chiefs are entertaining trading Sneed away. I do. Because we see so much of all these different teams are looking to try to get Sneed. Well, we just not going to let him just go. We're not. We know, we'd rather keep him here. If anything, okay? Pay him the tag, okay? Pay him that. But like I said, it's going to go to the highest bidder. And they're pushing to get a second round pick. I'm sure they probably try to get a first because they know how good he is. Okay? They know that. It would be a shame for a guy like that to be gone. It'd be a shame for him to be gone. But this is NFL business. Okay? I'm just going to speak on NFL business. All right? It's like I said, it's not a popularity contest. But you're always thinking about moving forward. Okay. Well, that's the thought process. That's the thought process. Could we keep him? Sure. We absolutely could. Does it limit you what you can do with money? Yeah, it does. So that's where I'm at with this, Marcus. You hate to see these times come, and we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. But go ahead.
How long do you see this going? Because I mean, obviously, they're seeing these accounts saying, "Oh, it's going to happen soon," because it could. It's a $19 million cap hit right now for us, and by trading him, it creates more opening for us, and we don't have to keep him. We can bring in more guys. Do you see this going? Because obviously now we can let him play on the tag, so we can keep him for as long as we want to, and we can trade him on draft night if we want to. Do you foresee this happening where it comes down to draft night, or do you see this happening beforehand?
Probably beforehand.
Okay.
Well, probably be done beforehand. At least I know teams will be pushing for it now because they want Sneed. There's teams that need him. I'm talking about needing. And so they're going to throw some things that, like I said, offer they can't refuse. And the Chiefs are going to make sure that whatever team does it, that you're going to have to give us something for this type of talent. Okay? You have to force our hand to say, okay, fine. That's what it is. So what popularity helps you with jersey sales and revenue? I mean, it does, but championships is what they're looking for. And so if you get more championships, he's going to sell some jerseys, but guess what? Whoever comes here is going to sell a jersey too. That's the business. Okay? That's the business. So I don't think they're looking for jersey sales. They're going to get the revenue because you got Super Bowl champions. That's what you have. It's the Chiefs. And I'm going to say this, and this is always known, all right, in the league, that nobody's bigger than the brand. Nobody's bigger than this. You see that logo? This, nobody's bigger than that. And as much as we may not like this, it's all business, okay? It's all business. And so if these things happen that all of a sudden we get maybe one or two guys, let's say we get somebody in the draft. Let's just scenario that Indianapolis Colts, who has pick number 46, okay, in round 2, all right? And I'm seeing that they have, I don't think they'll give us the 15th pick, okay? But let's say they give us a round 2 or maybe a round 4 or something, right? All right, something that we can get. These could be the next corners. These could be the next defensive ends. These could be the next wide receivers, the next whatever type. These things help you out, help your teams out, especially if you're a little hamstrung in other positions, okay, which we will be going into the season. That's the thing about it. So that's what you have to address, right? Places that you may not be so good at. Our corner position is the best in the NFL. Depth-wise and everything else, we don't have no problem issues. We don't. We got McDuffie, Pro Bowl corner, and we got 2 capable guys, okay, and Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson. We do. And all the other guys that can come in to help out, right? So that's the thing about it. That's a great issue and a problem I have, okay? Because we got depth there. We have got depth. So we just got to understand, man, this is a business decision, okay? And if you start thinking, well, shoot, who do we have at tackle? Do we have to go get a tackle on the draft? Is this something we need to address? Are we okay with Wanya Morris? I like Wanya Morris, but the Chiefs may not be, okay? Hey, I like King Felix, and I love George Kalafdis, but we may need another pass rusher. When we brought those things up on Monday and the guys that we retained and who we have on the list, can we go get another free agent guy? There's some free agents out here that's still walking around that the Chiefs can use to help them win. Okay? We're just not going to get guys. So, it is not a popularity contest as much as we want it to be, right? Yeah. We see how it changed. The popularity contest changed when people didn't want to give Chris Jones money.
Mm-hmm.
Sucking name was mud for some people. I'll let him go. And say, okay. You got the best in the business, right? So.
And then also you talk about the outrage when we traded Tyreek Hill for all those picks.
Oh, man.
So, we've already proven that we can turn a great, phenomenal player, and I'm not even going to compare with Tyreek Hill as his position, to where Sneed is to his position. I mean, I'm not saying Sneed's, but I'm saying there's different levels. Tyreek Hill's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if Sneed's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but we were able to flip Tyreek Hill for a lot of assets. And I don't think we're going to get the same amount of assets, but I think we're going to get maybe multiple picks for Sneed. And I trust our GM enough to flip those picks into something that's going to be worthwhile for us in the next few years.
It's got to be 2, if not 3. You're talking about 2 this year, 1 next year, possibly, right?
Yeah.
And sure, we can't say, well, we're on a 6th or 7th round pick, don't matter. Yeah, it does. Absolutely does. Yep. Got potential 7th round, didn't we? Got our starter running back in that draft.
We got Sneed in the 4th round.
That's Sneed in the 4th round. So, hey man, we could. There's a lot of workings. There's a lot of things we can do. You know, that could be. You know, that could definitely be a benefit for us by doing that. As much as I hate to see something like that go down, we know that's a possibility. Okay, and I know that's what they're thinking. Should have drafted Sam Laporta instead of King Felix. Oh, Randy. Hey man, sure. Sorry, but look, we got our best tight end in the game, and King Felix is going to be all right. He's going to get better this year.
I will say with that though, last year's tight end draft class was significantly better, is deeper than this year's tight end draft class. And I still think with what Green Bay did offensively, getting Tucker Kraft and Musgrave, they did a pretty good job going to get both those guys last year. And I wanted one of those guys, and they got both of them. And they also have their stellar young rookie receiving group. With those guys doing in Green Bay, that front office are doing a fantastic job drafting their offensive skill players.
Yeah. We're like, Chris Jones barely made double-digit sacks last season until the postseason. Will CJ make double-digit sacks numbers next? Hey, come on, man. Of course. Yes. It's a flip 969. Donna Cocker got Chris Jones is a game record. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Indeed. He'll definitely.
So we don't have 3 Super Bowl wins without CJ for sure.
There is no way around it.
Nope.
Jerome Bunkers. Hey, what do you say? Hey, Marcus and Jason, late jumping in. If the Chiefs don't trade Sneed, are they required to pay the tag amount, or they can negotiate with him? Well, they got him on a tag, so they're going to tag him. So that's it's pretty much a done deal. If they put it in and we tag him, you can't pull it back. I think the collective bargaining agreement tells you that. So,
and that's why trading him would give us that $19 million back. Hence why a lot of people want that money in order to kind of do other things with it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.